Hi, my name is Eddie Sparks, and good morning. This is your Man Minute for today. Today, we are on campus at Cal Poly Pomona, where I went to college, graduated with e-business degree. One of the few people in the history of the entire college to do it. It is in the technology management department and has something to do with operations, accounting, finance, and marketing, because it is about managing e-business, electronic business, particularly assembly lines and logistics. Anyway, today we're going to talk about giving somebody a one-year review. This might be the second time I talked about it, so hopefully you'll get it this time. Giving somebody your one-year review is based on two things, 6 months and 12 months. And since you should be writing notes about each one of your employees and contractors and everybody else that you're dealing with, you should have plenty of stuff in their folder about good stuff and bad stuff that they've done over the years. But you should be thankful that they made it for 1 year and that you got to enjoy your experience with them for 12 months, because it is a privilege to be with that fool for 12 months, I assure you, because it costs money to train people and it costs money to have people not show up to work. So if you come to work and you know his name after 12 months, maybe you should invest knowing a little bit more about him for the next 12 months. So the reason why you have a one-year review is to find out if he's going to be here for 6 more months or 12 more months, which is 50% or 100% of what he's doing. So if he hits the 2 years, then you ask yourself the same question. Is he going to be here for 6 months or 1 year? If he's 2 years, is he going to be here for 1 more year or 2 more years? Okay? So you can't just out and say it, because if you start out and saying it, like, people get ideas and then all of a sudden they end up in Aruba and nobody ever sees them again. Okay? So in a 1 year review, you cannot ask them if they're moving away, if they have any family issues. You can't ask them any of that stuff. And don't. You can ask them what their goals are for the next year, which is what I like to do. What are your goals for the next 12 months? Well, I'd like to buy a house in this area of town. Great. That's what I want to hear. All right? Well, my wife's, I just got married and we're on our first kid. Good. I want to hear that too. Yeah, maybe that's good. Well, I got this big thing on my back and they say it's going to kill me in the next 4 months. Well, that's bad. Bad. No, not good. Not good at all. So, you got to start feeling out what they're going to do, but do not put the idea in their head. Your job is to keep your mouth shut and give them a 1 year review and tell them, okay, well, according to your stats, is you came to work on time every single day as far as we're concerned, because I don't see anything different. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you showed up enough that nobody cared to record it. Good job. 2, from as far as I can tell, you didn't hurt nobody. Nobody got injured, otherwise I would have seen it in your report, or I can't remember any instances in particular, or if they did. Then you give them the safety speech. Safety is very important, and that means if you're not sober enough to drive the big equipment, don't drive the big equipment. If you're not sober enough to drive the squeegee machine, don't drive the squeegee machine, because you might run somebody over or you might crash into something that's going to cost us money. If you're not sober enough to drive my vehicles, do not drive my vehicles. If you have any doubt about that, please call me, because I'd rather you call me and talk to me personally about something that somebody told me to do when you're not sober enough to do it. And you better have the balls to have told them what I told you to do. Anyway, 1 year review is also about giving raises. So you think about your 1 year review and you have a conversation, and then you always tell them the truth. Always. It's like, you know what? We're going to give you a little bit more of a bump, or I'm going to give you a small vacation, because I can give vacations myself for about $250 a week. I was like, I'm going to buy your family vacation on this time. You're going to have this time off, right? You're going to have this time off with pay, and this is your vacation from me. $250 gets you out the door without giving them a raise. Sometimes that works, right? And then they just get paid regular work, and they don't waste any of their sick days. That will keep them coming back for another year, okay? They can go sit there in a resort with their girlfriend or their right hand and get things done. Or Or generally typical raises are like this. Well, $1 an hour is going to be somewhere at $160 a month. You know, $160 a month. Will that keep me this guy? Maybe not. $2. All right, we're going to give you a $2 hour raise. That's $320 a month. If you're an employee, that's a lot of more taxes involved. But is that going to keep you? Probably. $320 a noticeable raise. $160 not so much. I know in the bigger companies they give you 30-40 cent raises. I don't suggest it. You're working with men. Men do work. Men get smarter, and men get more experience. So I think that you know, just for boots and everything else, I can teach you a little bit more about that in the next few videos. But anyway, we're at Pomona Pomona campus, owned by Mr. Kellogg himself. It's owned by the Kellogg family, and it is the home of the Broncos. And it is a very large agriculture college. It is very hard to get into in certain aspects, and it is the #1 engineering school in California, according to them. So the only parts that I didn't like about it is, well, there are some secrets. In the top of that building is the boardroom, and I always went in the boardroom to go poop because it was the cleanest bathroom. And right there was a busted Mr. Kellogg, and I talked to him every day about my problems, and then I go downstairs because nobody would ever care about my problems except for Mr. Kellogg. And I promised them, no matter what, even though I didn't have to be here, even though I already was running a business, even though I was already doing what I was supposed to be doing in my life, and whether it was crappily or anything else, I was still doing it. I did not have to finish my degree to make money. I only had to finish my degree because I have nephews and nieces and I needed to finish. That was ended 13 years of college. That's my 8th college, and I have a few degrees, but this was the first public school degree because I have private school degrees that didn't count. I have military degrees that didn't count. I was in film school, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's a little bit about one-year review and how you should structure it in your brain. I think it's important to do so, and maybe I'll show you some other parts of my life for some reason or another now that you care. But I hope you go Broncos for one reason or another. I don't know if we're in any sports. Maybe you'll see us in the local fair or something. My name is Eddie Sparks, so that's your Man Minute for today. If you need to give somebody a one-year review, look back on my videos. This is probably the second video, and have a good day.
This is your Man Minute.